Hello everyone and welcome. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Firebug and today we'll be checking out Soulstone Survivors. Let's get straight to it.
Sir, you arrived just in time. The hunters await you within the sacred chamber.
And why have I been summoned, soldier?
The Weaver, sir. She found a way to open the primordial portal. A chance to break through to the netherworld itself.
Well, I never thought I'd see the realm of banishment in my lifetime. My battle axes. I must see this for myself.
Here, sharpened and ready for battle.
If this is true, we finally have a chance to bring an end to the Void King.
For the Dawnstone.
The light that must never fade. How does the Weaver plan to open the portal?
She would not say. She insisted that only a few of us would be able to go through.
Ha! So long as I am one of them, it won't matter. The Void King shall taste my blade. Stay here, soldier. Guard the Dawnstone. No matter what happens, the Great Void must remain imprisoned. And remember, even the darkest night
Must yield to the dawn. Be here upon your return, sir.
You finally decided to grace us with your presence, Barbarian.
We have waited for centuries for this moment. A few seconds more are of no consequence.
Enough! Let us waste no more time. The Void King waits beyond this gate. Let us not keep him waiting. Begin the ritual. Void Hunters, brothers and sisters in arms, tonight we have a chance to fulfill our oath.
Through the darkness, we rise.
To venture deep into the netherworld and dethrone the Void King.
Through the great void, we endure.
To honor the Hunters and uphold their sacred charge.
Through the hunt, we thrive.
To fight until the light shatters the last shadow, until our final breath is taken.
Through the Dawnstone, we ascend.
It is done. The portal is open.
It's time to end his influence over the living realm once and for all.
Death to the Void King! Onward, Hunters! Charge!
Something is wrong. Where are the others? For their sake, I must press on.
Oh, right. So, you're probably wondering, what is this game? All this other fun stuff. Well, since I have basically completed Slayer Hordes of Hell, which do not worry, I will make more videos of it, but I'm trying to branch out different games for this year. And I'm going to probably just focus on basically bullet hells or roguelikes. Similar to this game, which I already have tons of games that I have already bought. So, yeah, Soulstone. This game reminded me a lot of Slayer, but in a more of its own kind of unique style. And it still has that kind of like you level up, you have 3 options, and so on and so on, right? You have these abilities, and again, same like Slayer, you don't have to activate the abilities, they're already like consistently activated. So that's not too bad. And the only button that you have on this game is the dash. So you just have to dash, and that's it. And Slayer, you have an ultimate that is tied to your weapon.
Yes.
But in this game, you don't really have that. You just have a dash. That's it. Yeah. And this is kind of like my first time looking at this game. I've seen some other people play it. That's why I was kind of cautious before I bought it. And I just thought this would be a cool idea for the next step for this channel. A new game for this channel, and there's going to be more games, not just this one, but more games in my channel that are going to be more similar towards this. Now, a little bit of an update for my channel. I think I'm going to try to push out more of this kind of roguelike bullet hell kind of feel for my channel. And I am going to say that I'm no longer going to probably make Smite videos. I'm going to probably move away from Smite and Smite 2 and just kind of move on, because yeah, ever since I started playing Jotun Slayer and I beat the game, people really enjoyed it. So I'm probably going to just focus on stuff like that for the rest of my channel. Sorry for all my Smite fans. Even though it was just a little of you guys, it made a huge difference. And hopefully, if you are looking for a different game, and if you're into roguelikes, then maybe you might be interested in games like this. So, if you haven't checked out my Jotun Slayer, you should check it out. I beat the entire game on the hardest difficulty, Nightmare 10. And I just decided, let's try to find another game that I could try to beat. So I picked up this one. It looked interesting, and it looked really cool, and it looks more intense. So I want more of a challenge, and I feel like this would be a good starting point. And this game is a lot similar to Jotun Slayer. Like, again, like I said, you don't have to push any other buttons besides the dash. All your abilities are just instant cast, which is kind of cool, and I don't mind it. Some games, I do prefer it that I can utilize my other abilities on my own. But other than that, I don't mind it. This is the same kind of playstyle that I was kind of used to in Jotun Slayer. And to be, for the future references, not all the games are going to be like this for my channel. It's going to be a lot of other ones that I have planned. So just subscribe so you don't miss out when I cover these other games. Alright, that all being said, let's actually talk about more about this game. The story, I know we kind of a little bit touched into it. But I don't think I'm here for the story. I think I'm here just trying to see if I can beat the game. And I think that's what the goal is I'm gonna see if I can try to beat this game. And this game's kind of somewhat new. It's not new, I guess you could say. It's been out for a couple months, and they've been updating it. There's a lot of characters. There is so much that we can unpack, and I feel like this video is gonna be the first step for that journey. And if you know me, if you haven't watched my videos, I usually do a voiceover, because it just makes me... That's just how I usually do it, right? It's so much easier to focus on the game at that moment and then do a voiceover. But do not worry, I've done this for like a couple years now, and I'm not going to spoil anything to you guys or anything like that. So, but that being said, you got these abilities that grants you more movement speed, more crit damage, more crit chance, area effects, everything. And there's elements in this game, and that's what I really like. Like, there's bleed, there's shock, there's slows, there's everything that you can really think of, and it's really cool. I really do enjoy it. And then it's all based on RNG. Like, some rules you have really good ones. There's the commons, uncommons, rare, and then there's legendary. And I feel like the legendary ones are pretty good. But since I had an idea of like, hey, I don't want to reduce my swing chance versus the other one, then that's why I would like sometimes just skip it entirely. Another thing is that I didn't know this, but I had to watch someone else play it to realize this. So if you already have all your abilities selected, and again, this is not like the perfect build or anything for this character, the Berserker. It's just that I already had a build in my head because I watched someone else do it. So that's what I'm kind of doing, is just copy and paste. But once I sat there and learned about this game, I'll probably come up with really cool builds.
Yes.
Movement speed's actually really important in this game. I know in Yon Slayer it wasn't, because you just end up just running towards enemies, and Jotun Slayer, when you run towards an enemy or get really close, they will basically do a lot of damage to you. But in this game, you can actually walk up to the enemies and you can actually like touch them and they won't instantly kill you. So that's a plus side in my opinion. So movement speed's actually really good because now you can utilize it to avoid certain like attacks like these that are really easy to avoid, right? But if you have less movement speed, then I feel like those would be a little bit harder to try to get away from. So, and another thing is what I like is, even though say I already have all my 6 slots, you can actually, when you level up, you can actually have a chance to change the abilities that you don't like. Like for example, I changed that one for the other one, and it worked out a lot better for me. And then you can synergize with your abilities, right? Like for example, lightning for the berserker. I feel like lightning for the berserker could be really strong. I don't know. And that's just what I saw that other YouTuber did. So I'm gonna shut up for now.
One door, one king, one last kill. Let's finish this. Weaver. Oathbreaker, how long have you been corrupted?
I am no traitor, Barbarian. Only able to see what you could not. We were never meant to contain the Great Void. We were meant to belong to it.
Faithless coward, first I will end your treachery, and then destroy the Void King.
Stubborn, as always. Come, Barbarian. I will show you the true depths of absolute power.
Alright, so what I was trying to say is, like, you can actually synergize with your abilities. And I was like, okay, I'll just do more electricity, and then doing more electricity, you can have it kind of like go well with each other. But as you can see in this like little area, it gets really intense. Like this game gets super hard. Like how are you supposed to dodge that? You know what I mean?
No one escapes. Not a single living thing.
Something is wrong. It is taking too long. I must find a way to reopen the portal and face the Void King.
The random to you back. But anyways, I'm gonna select the first map because I didn't want to just show you guys that little tutorial. I do want to come back to it, the tutorial, because I was thinking if I did level up a lot more, probably get some more defense and armor, it might be a possibility to actually beat the tutorial boss. That could be a different video. But like I was trying to say is like you can synergize with your abilities, and some abilities are like, let's say like if I was going for more electric, then you can amplify all just electric, and all your abilities that are with electric,
more carnage,
and will have a better advantage. So sticking around with like one, let's say bleeds, piercing, haste, I feel like that's just the main goal. Instead of trying to like fit everything into it, let's say like, oh, I have one ability that does bleed, one ability that does lightning, one ability that does flame. I feel like that doesn't really synergize with your abilities at all. And yeah, I think that's really kind of it. And I feel like this game would be really great for a new chapter for this chapter. I mean, for this channel. The new chapter for the chapter. I know I haven't really been uploading. It's just because, oh my gosh, where do we begin? It was Christmas, then it was New Year's, and then it was just a lot of things I need to do around the house and helping my family. But I feel like now things have gotten settled down and there's no actual like other holiday that I don't think I would be celebrating anytime soon. But I feel like I have a lot of time to actually start making videos. And I actually sat there and thought about games, and I was like, man, I don't know what other game I would really like. And I'll try this one. This one is a little like bright and kind of cartoon style. So if you want more grittiness, do not worry. I have games in plan to, you know, be more gritty, bloody, all that. But this game has its own charm, right? Since it is low poly, I feel like that would just benefit with a lot of people, even if they have not like the best rigs, like a big PC rig, right? Like my PC isn't like crazy. It's solid. It does what it's doing, right? I just upgraded to the 5060 Ti. I had a 3060 for the longest time, so I can understand if people were gonna have the 3060s. I can understand their struggles, especially like newer games. So do not worry. I have that set in mind. That's why I was like, okay, if this is something that you might be interested in, Soulstone Survivors, give this game a shot. And I think it's pretty cheap as well. Most bullet hells or roguelikes, they're not that expensive, and since the Steam sale is gonna get well, it's ending pretty soon, but most of these games are on sale. That's why I bought a bunch of them. Another thing that I want to do later down my channel is not only play full games like this, but trying to like look out for demos or games that are coming out this year. So I'm gonna look out for that and then play the demo. Then if you guys are interested in like, hey, that game looks really cool, I want you to cover that game when it comes out, just let me know in the comments. And if there's any game suggestions, let me know in the comments too, because I would like to hear, right? Because as much as I like making videos, and I watch them, right? I watch them as much as you guys do. I still want to please my audience and my subscribers and everybody like that. Because, maybe this game, the Soulstone Survivors, isn't for everyone, right? So it's good to like, let's say like, hey, let's make this community for the Firebug. I don't know what to call you guys. Maybe bugs. But make a community that we can just start talking about games and all that. And we don't have to keep it like games like this that you only click one button. That's like the dash, right? We can find other games. We can play different games. But I feel like this is going to be a good start for, especially in January. I feel like this would be a good start. And then later down the year, we can find some other, keep the games that we have, or find other ones that would be quite a challenge, and see where we go from there. Another things I wanted to talk about was from my channel. I'm gonna still kind of update things little by little, right? What I mean is probably work on a little bit of my intro, my outro, my song, music, because I still kind of use Suno AI. If you don't know what Suno AI is, it's like it's an AI that just makes music, right? You type it in. And I'm not sponsored, right? So don't think I'm sponsored. I wish I was. But Suno AI basically just makes the music. That's why when you hear the song, the Firebug song that I created for my intro and outro, I have a full song and lots of songs. In my no comedy Smite videos that I did every Friday, or used to, I end up just playing around with it and see what kind of music I was like to make just for the channel, right? I was always going for that metal kind of feel because it just sounds cool in my opinion. I've always been kind of like a somewhat of a metalhead, but you might see that in this year or 2026. And I'm not saying this could be anytime soon, but you might see some updates for this channel. Another thing that I want to try to do is start trying to push out 4K content. This video isn't going to be 4K, and 4K is going to come pretty soon. But once it does, that's what I want to do for this year. Is try to push out 4K content instead of just doing 1080p. So if I go back to my older videos, pretty low kind of quality, but now I feel like I want to push that higher quality. And to keep in mind, I am just a one-man army for this channel. I do my own editing, I do my own voice, I do my own everything. Like everything that you see, I did it all by myself. So, and I'm always learning, and I think that's the goal, is just always learn, try to make better content for not just, for me to watch, but for others. And I feel like that would be a good step up for this year. So that's basically my New Year's resolution, is just like try to make better content for you guys. Little touch-ups there and there, but I feel like eventually those little touch-ups will make a huge difference. And if there's anything that you guys want to see or have me change or whatever, just let me know in the comments. I think I used to have a face cam, but I feel like most games kind of like this, I feel like this is kind of cluttered, so I stopped using face cam. But if you guys want to see more face cam, then just let me know. Let me know what you want. I was also thinking I could make a social media that I can keep this new community. If you guys want a community tab or anything like that, I can make like a Twitter account or an Instagram. I feel like Instagram wouldn't be too bad. Just an account that basically you have a better way to contact me, instead of just using YouTube comments. Another thing that I wanted to do is eventually, but it could not be anytime soon, is try streaming, because I play a lot of games that are basically really good at streaming, right? Like this game would be perfect if I was streaming it. Like, hey guys, 1, 2, or 3, and they're like, 2 or 3. I think that would be more engaging. I know in YouTube, right? Which I don't mind YouTube. I really don't. I just wish that I can start streaming some days. But the reason why I don't stream is because my internet's ass. And I have to do a couple things to make it better. One, not live in a nowhere place. I'm not going to tell you where I live, but not live in the middle of nowhere. It could be one of them. I can probably move to a different city, like a bigger city, like Seattle, right? But that could be a goal, right? But moving to Seattle would be, yeah. There's a reason why I live in the middle of nowhere. Or get kind of close to that area so my internet isn't super dog shit. And have better internet providers so I can start streaming and get more connected to you guys. I feel like that would be such a cool achievement. Because if I feel like if I was more connected to you guys, I feel like that can help me understand what kind of content you want me to cover next. And I feel like with this game, Soulstone Survivors, right? I want to beat it. I want to beat it on the hardest difficulty to really challenge myself. I know this looks really easy right now because it's like the first game that I kind of just played. I did the recording and then doing a voiceover. So that's why it looks a little simple right now. But trust me, this game gets really intense. Is it harder than Yoan Slayer? I'm not too sure. But once I get there, then I feel like would be the achievement.
Races through my veins.
And that includes the other games that I want to cover in this on this channel, which I won't tell you what they are just yet. But there's other games. Just do not worry. It's not just going to be Yoan Slayer and Soulstone. There's going to be a lot more that I want to cover.
Of the Void.
I think that covers everything that I wanted to stream, but my internet's ass, so that's why I don't stream. But maybe in the far future, just a stretch. Maybe it could be this year, but I'm not 100% certain, right? But when the time comes, I would like to be more connected to you guys, my viewers, my subscribers, everyone.
Victory is mine.
Because I feel like communication's
The
key.
Great Void has just begun.
So, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to quickly kind of go over this menu. So as you can see, there's tons of new characters that we can play and see and all that. There's the blacksmith that can upgrade your weapons. You got runes, which I don't know how exactly they work just yet. Got the skill tree, which carries all of the upgrades to all the players, right? So more health, more damage, more movement speed, all that. And then you got achievements. And trust me, there's a lot of achievements in this game. So yeah, your Steam is gonna have tons of achievements because of this game. And then the last was just profile, right? Your profile that you can make and make a new one, all that fun stuff. And it gives you like your status. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you in the next. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All right, bye bye.